Next, I'm going to try to show you some of the enemy AI functions that we have in place. So there are three types of enemies: a leader, and a ranged attacker, and a melee attacker. Now, the leader has a special function in the sense that when they spawn, they will actually try to fill a formation around them. So you can see that those enemies are currently moving towards the leader to join their formation. Once the leader has a full formation, they will turn and attack the player. So we should be able to see that now. Now, right now I'm being attacked by some enemies, and that's because they have actually noticed me. Enemies will ignore the player unless they see the player. And in this case, the leader and his attackers, his followers, are attacking me because they can see me, and they have a full formation. Now, the leader becomes more powerful as they gain followers. When they have ranged attackers, the leader is able to cast a large fireball spell. And when they have melee attackers, the leader has faster movement speed. Now, if I were to kill the leader, which I will attempt to do now, the formation that they were part of is broken. So these attackers will now behave independently. The attackers will attack the player as long as they see the player. Otherwise, they will look to find a group, and if there are no groups available, meaning no open formations, then they will simply wander. You can also see that the enemies are trying to avoid the fire traps that are there. That's because navigation works with a weighted nav mesh. You can see actually the wandering behavior is taking place, although they are now going to join that new leader that just spawned. The weighted nav mesh makes it so that the enemies will try to avoid this fire, although if the path makes sense for them to take, they will take it. Another coordinated movement function I will attempt to illustrate here is that when attacked, enemies will alert their leader. So right now, this formation does not see me, but if I were to shoot one of the enemies there, he now has alerted his leader, and the formation is aware of my presence. Individual enemies have their own movements. The ranged attackers will shoot at you, whereas the melee attackers will rush towards you and attempt to use a shockwave type attack. The movement of the shockwave attack uses a steering seek or steering arrive, where they will stop once they're within a certain radius to be able to attack the player.